You're at the grocery store, staring at the seafood aisle. Your doctor just gave you a serious warning. Your blood sugar is out of control. Suddenly, every food choice feels like a matter of life and death. You reach for a can of sardines. Are these even good for me, you wonder? Or should I only eat fresh fish now? I just want to live longer and stay out of a hospital. If you've ever felt that way, frozen with doubt, scared of what one wrong bite could do to your body, you're not alone. And you're not imagining it. According to the CDC, over 50% of Americans over age 50 with type 2 diabetes show early signs of swelling in their lower legs and feet. This condition is called diabetic edema. If left untreated, it can lead to nerve damage, chronic ulcers, and even amputations. People with diabetic foot complications are up to 10 times more likely to be hospitalized than those without. But here's the good news: when you make the right choice, sardines can become one of the most powerful superfoods to help balance your blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and help you live longer. So, don't click away. Stay with me until the end of this video because I'll reveal which type of sardines can boost your longevity, protect your body from diabetic damage, and even support your energy after 50. 1. Why sardines are a diabetes superfood. Just the other day, I saw a health headline that really caught my eye: Sardines, America's forgotten superfood. Especially if you're over 50 and living with diabetes, sardines might just be the nutritional treasure you've been overlooking all these years. You want to support and manage diabetes naturally over 50, right? So, here's what you need to know. A single 85-gram serving of sardines packs an impressive 2 grams of omega-3 fatty acids. Why does that matter? Well, according to the American Heart Association, omega-3s are proven to reduce inflammation, a major cause behind insulin resistance in type 2 diabetes. That means these little fish can actually help your body respond better to insulin, which is huge if you're trying to keep blood sugar stable without relying on more medications. Sardines have one of the highest omega-3 contents among all fish, yet their mercury levels are among the lowest, based on data from the FDA and EPA. That makes them safe for regular, long-term consumption, unlike bigger fish like tuna or swordfish, which can accumulate toxins in your system over time. And here's something that might surprise you. Sardines actually outperform salmon in key nutrients like vitamin D, calcium, and B12, and they cost far less. For example, just one serving of sardines provides 35% of your daily calcium, which is crucial if you're over 50 and dealing with blood sugar swings that can weaken your bones. They also offer over 100% of your daily vitamin B12, which helps protect nerves and improve energy. 2 things every person with diabetes needs to watch closely. Let's not forget the heart. Sardines help lower triglycerides and reduce cardiovascular risk, which is a top concern for people with diabetes. Adding omega-3s from fish like sardines can reduce your risk of heart disease by up to 30%. That's not just good news, that's life-saving. And if you're someone who cares about the planet, sardines are also a win. They're fast reproducing, eco-friendly, and many are MSC certified, meaning they're harvested sustainably. So you can take care of your health and the earth. Pretty amazing for such a small fish, right? But what if I told you that there's a version of sardines that's even easier to use and lasts longer in your pantry? Before we get to that, have you ever wondered which kind of sardines come in the tiniest tin but might pack the biggest punch? If this information is helping you, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us out and ensures more videos like this keep coming your way. 2. Canned sardines, a pantry powerhouse. Let me tell you, one of the most underrated foods sitting right on our American grocery shelves is, believe it or not, canned sardines. I recently reviewed a report from the Journal of Clinical Lipidology that broke down the exact nutrient profile of canned sardines, and what I found was jaw-dropping. In just one 85-gram serving, you're getting around 2 grams of omega-3 fatty acids. That's the heart-healthy kind we all need more of. Why is that important? Because omega-3s help reduce inflammation, and chronic inflammation is a key driver behind insulin resistance in type 2 diabetes. Less inflammation means your cells can respond better to insulin, helping to stabilize blood sugar. That same serving also gives you about 35% of your daily calcium, which is crucial for older adults with diabetes. Blood sugar issues can weaken your bones over time, and calcium helps protect your frame from those silent fractures and falls that come with age. Not only that, you'll get over 100% of your daily vitamin B12, which supports nerve health, something many people with diabetes struggle with. Trust me, if you've ever had that pins and needles feeling in your feet, B12 is your friend. Compared to fresh-caught salmon, canned sardines actually have more omega-3s per dollar spent and significantly lower levels of mercury. The FDA and EPA state that sardines are among the lowest mercury fish you can eat. You don't have to worry about toxin buildup like you might with bigger fish such as tuna or mackerel. Sardines are also a great option for the planet. Many brands are MSC certified, which means they're caught using sustainable practices that protect our oceans. Plus, sardines are small, fast-reproducing fish, so eating them helps the environment while helping your body. Now, I know they're not the prettiest fish on the shelf, but inside that little can is a powerhouse of nutrition, especially if you're trying to keep your numbers down, protect your heart, and age strong. If you've tried sardines before, or you've got a favorite way to enjoy them, drop a comment and let us know. We're all learning and growing together. But here's the real question. What about their shinier, fresher cousin? The one you might spot on a seafood counter or sizzling on a grill. 3. Fresh sardines, a taste of the sea. Ah, fresh sardines. Just hearing the name brings back memories of summer on the coast, doesn't it? These little silverfish may look humble, but they're packed with goodness, especially if you're trying to support and manage diabetes naturally over 50. Fresh sardines are loved for their sweet, delicate flavor and a firm, yet tender texture that holds up beautifully whether you're grilling them, tossing them into pasta, or preparing a gourmet diabetes-friendly meal. But flavor aside, what's really impressive is their nutritional punch. You see, because fresh sardines are minimally processed, their omega-3 fatty acids remain highly bioavailable. That means your body can actually absorb more of them. According to Dr. Dario Mosafarian, a renowned cardiologist and nutrition researcher at Tufts University, higher omega-3 bioavailability directly supports better glucose control and insulin sensitivity, key issues for anyone managing type 2 diabetes. Just one 100-gram serving of fresh sardines delivers around 2.2 grams of omega-3s along with over 70% of your daily requirement for vitamin D, a nutrient that's been linked to lower A1C levels in several studies. Unlike canned versions, fresh sardines are naturally lower in sodium, which helps if you're trying to protect your heart and kidneys, two organs especially vulnerable in diabetes. They also retain more of the heat-sensitive nutrients like magnesium and zinc. These minerals play a critical role in metabolic health, blood sugar regulation, and nerve function. In fact, magnesium deficiency is found in nearly 48% of people with type 2 diabetes, which can make insulin resistance worse. Of course, fresh sardines require more care. They spoil quickly, must be properly cleaned, yes, that means gutting and filleting, and they're often only available seasonally, usually from May through October. Not to mention, many sources of fresh sardines, especially from overfished regions like parts of the Mediterranean, aren't sustainably harvested. So, it's important to choose wisely. Still, if you can get your hands on fresh, high-quality sardines, they're a powerhouse for your plate and your pancreas. Now, that's something to get excited about. But here's the big question. When you compare these beauties side by side with their canned cousins, which one really gives you more bang for your buck and your blood sugar? If this information has helped you, please consider subscribing. It helps more people just like you find the answers they need. 4. Head-to-head nutritional comparison. You know, here in America, we've built a long-standing habit of reaching for convenience. It's what we do. Our pantries are filled with things that make our lives easier, and canned sardines are no exception. They're quick, they last forever, and they've been around since the Great Depression. Maybe you even remember your parents keeping a stack of them in the cupboard. But lately, many of us are wondering, could fresh sardines actually be better for our health, especially for those of us trying to support and manage diabetes naturally over 50? I've spent years digging into the science behind this exact question, especially during my research inspired by the book The Sardine Health Connection by Dr. Michael C. Galgarot. What I discovered truly surprised me. Starting with omega-3s, these essential fatty acids are one of the most talked about nutrients when it comes to heart and blood sugar health. Fresh sardines give us about 2.5 grams of omega-3s per 100 grams, compared to 2.2 grams in canned sardines. The difference is small, but still worth noting if you're looking to make every bite count. When it comes to protein, both fresh and canned sardines deliver about 25% protein per serving, and that's huge. After 50, keeping our muscles strong is key to keeping our blood sugar stable, and protein plays a starring role in that. Now, calcium is where canned sardines really shine. Thanks to those tiny soft bones that are safe to eat, just one small can delivers about 38% of your daily calcium needs. That matters so much as we age, especially if we're dealing with diabetes, which can impact bone strength. Fresh sardines don't offer quite as much unless you eat the bones, which most people tend to avoid. Vitamins are a mixed bag. Fresh sardines hold on to more heat-sensitive vitamins like B and C, which help with energy and metabolism. On the other hand, canned sardines retain more of the fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, which are incredibly important for overall immune support and bone health. Then we get to minerals. Fresh sardines are bursting with magnesium at 44%, zinc at 36%, and copper at 19% per serving. These minerals directly support insulin function, which is crucial when we're trying to support and manage diabetes naturally over 50. While the canning process might slightly enhance how our bodies absorb some minerals, nothing quite beats fresh when it comes to mineral density. Safety-wise, both options are low in mercury, which is great news for everyone. But sodium is something we need to talk about. Canned sardines can contain up to 400 milligrams of sodium per serving. That can be a concern if you're managing high blood pressure. But here's a trick. Just rinse them gently under water and you can wash away up to 30% of that salt. Isn't that amazing? Now, you might be wondering, after all of this, which one is truly better? But before we answer that, I want you to think about this. Have you ever noticed how one of them just looks more natural, more like it came straight from the sea? 5. The verdict: no absolute winner. Standing at a fork in the road, fresh or canned sardines. After everything we've talked about, you might expect a clear winner, but the truth is, there isn't one. And honestly, that's okay. Choosing between fresh and canned sardines comes down to what matters most to you, your health goals, your lifestyle, and even what's available in your area. If you're someone who loves cooking, has access to fresh seafood, and wants the absolute best in omega-3s and minerals, then fresh sardines could be your top pick. With around 2.5 grams of omega-3 fatty acids per 100 grams and impressive levels of magnesium, zinc, and copper, fresh sardines are a nutritional powerhouse when sourced sustainably. But let's not underestimate the humble canned sardine. It's dependable, it's always there, and it gives you something fresh fish can't match: convenience and calcium. Thanks to those tiny edible bones, one can deliver up to 38% of your daily calcium needs, which is essential for us over 50, especially with diabetes often weakening our bones over time. Not to mention, canned sardines are easy to store, easy to prepare, and easy to enjoy. That kind of consistency matters when you're trying to support and manage diabetes naturally over 50. And here's something that really opened my eyes. The Journal of Clinical Nutrition published a study in 2022 showing that eating canned sardines just twice a week helped lower the risk of developing type 2 diabetes in older adults. Now, for the best of both worlds, I personally recommend what I like to call a hybrid approach. Keep canned sardines as your trusty year-round staple. They're perfect for quick lunches or easy dinners, and they offer consistent nutrition that supports stable blood sugar. At the end of the day, both options have something good to offer. And no matter what you choose, you're making a smart move for your health. 6. Practical tips for diabetics. I dove deep into this when leading a research team examining nutritional solutions for diabetic joint health. What we discovered was incredible. Foods rich in omega-3s, especially sardines, can help manage diabetes naturally over 50 and soothe inflammation in the joints. But not all sardines are created equal. First, if you're reaching for canned sardines, which is a great idea for convenience, look for ones packed in water or high-quality olive oil. Many cheap brands use soybean oil or sunflower oil, which are high in omega-6 fats. These oils can actually make inflammation worse, especially in joints already irritated by diabetes. Stick with clean, simple labels. Next, here's a trick that really helps. Rinse your canned sardines under cool water for about 20 seconds. This can remove up to 30% of the sodium. That's a big deal because high sodium can raise blood pressure, which is already a concern for many of us with diabetes. And when blood pressure rises, it puts more pressure on our joints and makes inflammation worse. Just that simple rinse helps your heart, your kidneys, your joints, and your long-term health. Now, if you have access to fresh sardines, especially during their peak season from May through October, go for it. But always buy from sustainable, reputable sources. Fresh sardines are loaded with omega-3s, about 2.5 grams per 100 grams, which directly reduce inflammation and help regulate insulin sensitivity. That means better blood sugar control and less stiffness in those morning joints. One of my favorite doctor-approved recipes: take 100 grams of fresh sardines, drizzle them with 1 teaspoon of lemon zest, and throw them on the grill for about 9 minutes. The lemon doesn't just make them taste amazing, it actually helps your body absorb more omega-3 fatty acids. They go to work on your joints, reducing swelling, easing pain, and helping your cells respond better to insulin. It's food as medicine, and it's delicious. Plus, you'll be glad to know both canned and fresh sardines are safe to eat for everyone, even pregnant women, because they contain such low levels of mercury. They don't have time to absorb heavy toxins like larger fish do. Isn't that reassuring? So whether you choose canned for ease or fresh for peak flavor and nutrition, the goal is the same: to manage diabetes naturally over 50 and keep your joints moving with freedom and ease. If this video gave you even one helpful idea, don't wait. Hit that subscribe button now and turn on the bell. Your health deserves that kind of attention. Let's bring it all home. We've explored every corner of this surprisingly powerful food, from the pantry-friendly canned sardine to the nutrient-dense fresh fillet. What we found wasn't just about taste or texture, it was about science. We saw that fresh sardines give you a slight edge in omega-3s and key anti-inflammatory minerals like magnesium and zinc, which are crucial for joint health and blood sugar regulation. On the other hand, canned sardines are a calcium powerhouse, supporting bone strength, something every diabetic over 50 needs to take seriously. We also uncovered how a simple rinse can reduce sodium by up to 30%, making canned options much safer for blood pressure and kidney health. And that cooking tip: just 9 minutes on the grill with lemon zest and 100 grams of fresh sardines can boost omega-3 absorption and bring real relief to aching joints. This wasn't just about fish. This was about giving you real tools to support and manage diabetes naturally over 50. If you take action, if you begin including sardines, whether fresh or canned, into your routine just twice a week, you may notice more energy, fewer sugar spikes, better joint movement, and even improved insulin sensitivity. That's based on published research. But if you do nothing, if you keep pushing off these small, doable changes, you could be looking at worsening inflammation, weaker bones, more joint pain, and even faster progression of type 2 diabetes. Your health is in your hands. What small change will you make today?